There's one guy that you keep ducking and diving. You keep making sure you don't fight him. And you know who I'm talking about. AnEsonGib.
Forget an intro, forget a hook, let's jump into the meat of this video, which is the fact that AnEsonGib is the worst boxer to ever grace this earth. Stephen A. Smith could melt AnEsonGib in one round. That's how bad he is. After all, no one can take that right hand uppercut. Charlie Zelenov could win his first professional fight against AnEsonGib. And you think I'm joking, you think, oh, he's just being funny with these jokes. I'm not joking, I'm deadly serious. Stephen A. Smith and Charlie Zelenov, whatever his name is, could beat AnEsonGib and starch that boy in one round.
He's getting dropped, he doesn't stand a chance.
Now that's not a very nice way to actually talk about yourself, Gib. You should have a little bit more confidence in your skill set and your ability to perform in the ring. Actually, yeah, never mind. You know, forget what I said.
When you see all of these, and then I'm smoking you, peppering you, bing, 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 in the corner, and your nose is busted up and bloody, and the surgeries have failed, what are you going to do then?
The only thing that went bing, bing, bing is your nose every time Jake touched it, and the search results for AnEsonGib getting TKO'd. They are the only two things that went bing, bing, bing. I thought I'd point something out. I'm starting to notice a pattern, and that is everyone that is associated with KSI is becoming more and more and more delusional. I don't know whether KSI's delusion is contagious, but it seems like it seems like it is, because everyone around him believed AnEsonGib would win.
There's one guy that you keep ducking and diving. You keep making sure you don't fight him. And you know who I'm talking about. AnEsonGib.
I mean, KSI's got a point there. How can you not fear a man like AnEsonGib? You just have to look at his last fight against Jay Swingler and you'll see what KSI's talking about, and you will see why you should fear the man himself known as AnEsonGib. I'm sorry, but is it only me that thinks True Geordie sounds like he's having his dick sucked whilst his balls are being licked and whilst another girl pours melted candle wax on his body? Have a listen again and tell me it doesn't sound like that. When I watched the Jake Paul and AnEsonGib fight, I was disgusted. I was almost sick over the way Gib was fighting. No technique. No precision in his shots, no oomph behind his punches, nothing. There was nothing significant that suggested to me that this man can box. He looked like he signed up for a last minute charity boxing match for cancer. Someone just threw some boxing gloves on him and said, yo, get out there and try to do something. That's what it looked like to me. He was bouncing up and down like a pogo stick. I was trying to pressure Jake whilst bouncing on this little pogo stick, this imaginary pogo stick he was on. I have no idea what that technique was, what that stance was, or what that pressure was. I've never seen it before. And if you watch the fight again, you kind of see Jake's face and he's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? It takes him a minute to figure out, like, yo, what is this boy tripping? Did he take some acid before coming out here? What's wrong with this boy? Now, if you missed the fight, or simply you just want a refresh on what happened during the fight, I will let my boy ABTV take it away.
Stop it! What is this, my friend? What are you doing, my friend? Jake Paul, I thought we were friends, my friend. My friend, I can't even get a punch you, my friend. Every time you hit me, my friend, I am off balance. I'm doing the wobbly, hippity, hopping, wobbling, my friend. I can't even get a punch you, my friend. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I bet professional boxers felt disrespected. I bet they felt so disrespected by that fight. Here's this professional boxer who's worked all his life in the amateurs trying to become pro, and he finally manages to do it. And then he sees someone like AnEsonGib become professional and fight like females bitch slap each other. I mean, that should be illegal under law. In every country, in every state in America, it should be illegal to fight if you are performing like AnEsonGib. It should. You shouldn't be able to throw someone 10k and be like, hey mate, can you make me a professional boxer if I give you 10k worth of V-Bucks, please? You should have a certain amount of amateur fights and a certain amateur record before you could ever become professional. And if you disagree with this point, then please look at AnEsonGib versus Jake Paul and try to counteract my points. Now, I've been in my lifetime to a couple of boxing gyms and trained in them for some time, and I've witnessed firsthand females that come in and can't throw a punch to save their life. They throw like, they throw like that. And I honestly think they could knock AnEsonGib out cold and put him on life support for 6 months before he finally flatlines. That's how poor of a boxer he is. I do not know how a commission allowed this man to fight. How Vidal Riley or KSI or the Sidemen thought he was good enough to fight Jake Paul. I don't know. These are some of life's mysteries. But that's not what really upsets me. It's not his poor technique. It's not his poor punches. It's not his poor movement. What really upsets me the most is the fact that KSI and Vidal Riley thought AnEsonGib was ready for Jake Paul. That's what really makes me upset. That's what has been keeping me up at night lately. They were hyping him up like he's a sick boxer when they knew deep down that their boy was looking like Stephen A. Smith. I get it though, you're trying to sell a fight, but at some point you have to stop lying and tell the truth. You can't be like, yo, AnEsonGib's gonna smoke Jake Paul. You know what, actually I can't lie. AnEsonGib's shit. You've got to do that at some point. There is no way KSI and Vidal Riley were watching AnEsonGib spar and were like, yo bro, this guy is a machine out here. There's no way, bro. Nah, no way. No way. I said it again. No way Jake can take this boy out. There's no way. This man looks unstoppable out here. There's no way that conversation happened in the gym. Nowhere. Vidal Riley must have been really thinking in his mind when he was sparring AnEsonGib or doing pad work AnEsonGib. He must have been thinking, this guy is utter trash. What have I signed him up for? This boy is going to get smoked like a shisha pipe. Because I'm struggling to see, please comment down below how you can look at AnEsonGib in sparring and think he's ready for a professional boxing fight. I just can't see it. I saw poor technique in his first fight, his first amateur fight, and I saw the same poor technique in his professional fight. So there is no way Vidal Riley and KSI and the Sidemen and AnEsonGib's family looked at his boxing footage and thought he was sick and thought he was ready to beat Jake Paul. There is no way. Vidal Riley's simply there for the paycheck. He's just simply siphoning money out of KSI and AnEsonGib and any of the other Sidemen or anyone associated with KSI that wants to box. He's just siphoning the money out of them. And I don't know whether KSI's delusion is more contagious than tuberculosis or everyone around him are a bunch of dummies. But it seems to me that everyone associated with KSI, everyone that touches KSI, everyone that breathes in the same room as KSI becomes more and more delusional. But that's it. That's it. AnEsonGib is shit and he should probably quit. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you thought of the fight. Did you enjoy it? I enjoyed it for the sake of seeing AnEsonGib lose. I know he's from the UK and I'm from the UK, but he disrespected the UK by performing like that, so he's not part of the UK. Some country will take him. I'm happy to give him up. So let me know your thoughts on the fight. What do you think of AnEsonGib? Who would you like to see him fight next? Maybe me. Maybe we can arrange that. Until next time, I've been THEAR. If you like the video, like the video. That would help, obviously. And subscribe. I've done way too much talking. You know what? We are representing, baby. Oh, that's probably going to go down as my worst outro ever.